Hi, welcome to VR Computer Education Class 6. So today in Class 6 we are going to learn about block diagram of computer. Block diagram of computer. So the block diagram of computer consists four parts. Contains four parts. Input unit, storage unit, CPU, next output unit. So these are the four parts contained in block diagram of computer. What are they? Input unit, storage unit, CPU, nothing but central processing unit, next finally output unit. Next we'll see the diagram, block diagram of computer. See, this is block diagram of computer which contains input unit, storage unit, CPU central processing unit, next output unit. So what are these units? Let us discuss in brief. What are the operations or what they will do? Just we'll discuss now in today's class. Input unit. So what is it? Input unit. So first of all we'll see what is input unit. So input unit contains some devices. So input unit contains what? Some devices. Those devices are used to give input to the computer, and it creates link between user and computer. So input unit will create link between user and computer. So what is input unit? It contains some devices. So what are those devices? Like a keyboard, mouse, so scanner, etc. are the input devices, right? Input unit contains some devices like keyboard and mouse, scanner, etc. So that is about input unit. And next, what it will do. So first we have discussed what is input unit. So it contains some input devices and it creates link between user and computer. Next step, what it will do, what input unit will do, right? So input unit will accept data and instructions from user. See, from user, data and instructions are accepted by input unit. So from user, data, user means what? We are the users. So we will give some data and instructions using input unit. It may be keyboard, or it may be mouse, or it may be scanner, or it may be joystick, or any other input devices. So after that it will accept. So after accepting, that will be converted into computer understandable language or machine language. See here, for example, we have given 2 plus 5 minus 3. 2 plus 5 minus 3 I have given. Now here input unit will accept data and instructions. I said here what is data and what is instruction. See, 2, 5, 3 is the data, and plus and minus are the instructions. I have asked to computer to perform 2 plus 5 addition operation. After that we'll get one result. After getting that result, for that result you subtract with 3. Have asked. Now it will accepted. Input unit will accept this data and instruction. After accepting, here it will send. Now here after accepting, what it will do, it will convert this data into binary or machine language, because computer will understand only one language, that is binary or machine language, which contains 0 and 1. So whatever data and instructions are given by the user, those instructions and data is converted in the form of binary language by input unit. So this unit only will first it will accept the data and instructions. Next, that data and instructions are converted into binary language. Why, sir? Because computer will understand only one language, that is machine or binary language, which contains zeros and ones. After converting, next that data and instructions are sent to primary storage unit. So that data and instructions are coming to the storage unit. Here what is storage unit? Simple, storage unit is used to store the data. So storage unit will store the data. Here storage unit is divided into two parts, that is secondary storage and primary storage. Secondary storage and primary storage. Now the whatever data and instructions are given by the user, they are converted and send them into the storage unit by input unit. Now where they will go? So they will go to the primary storage. So this 2 plus 5 minus 3 are converted into binary language and they will move to the primary storage. Here what is primary storage? It is temporary or volatile. So primary storage is a temporary or volatile, means the data will be lost when power supply is turned off. So it is a temporary storage unit. Primary storage is a temporary, it's a volatile, right? Next, here now the data and instructions are here. So primary storage, what it will do? It will send those data and instructions to the CPU, that is central processing unit. Again you can see in the CPU there are two units, that is arithmetic and logic unit and control unit. So again in the CPU you have two parts, arithmetic logical unit, nothing but you can call them as A, L, U, and next control unit. So here the data is coming from primary storage to CPU. So in the CPU where it will go? So it will go to the arithmetic and logical unit. It will move to the arithmetic and logical unit. Why not control unit? You may get a doubt, because control unit what it will do? Just it will control all the components and operations of computer. So whatever instructions are executing, those instructions, and here what are the components you have? Input unit and output unit, all are controlled by the control unit. So all operations and all components of computer is controlled. Just it is just like principal in the college. Just it will control all the things. Next, here our data will move into the arithmetic and logical unit. Here arithmetic and logical unit, this unit is again it is divided into two parts. So that is just see A, L, U, means arithmetic logical unit. Now the data is coming, means the data is sent by the primary storage into ALU. Here it will check which operation is asked by the user. Here arithmetic and logical unit will perform two operations, that is arithmetic operations and logical operations. So here arithmetic operations means like plus, minus, multiplication and division, right? Now here logical unit will perform comparisons like greater than, lesser than, equal to, next greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, and so on. Now here it will check the instructions, which instructions are given by the user. So user has given arithmetic instruction. So it will perform like what is here given 2 plus 5. First it will perform 2 plus 5. How much you will get? 5 plus 2, that is 7. And for that 7 minus 3, the next instruction is there. So 7 minus 3 and 4. So finally you got the result as 4. After completing execution in the arithmetic and logical unit, that result is sent to again to the storage unit. Again it will send to the storage unit. Now again it comes here to the primary storage. Now here, if you want to keep the result permanently, if you want to keep the result permanently, then what we will do, we will save the result. After saving, the result will go to the secondary storage. In the starting I said secondary storage is a permanent, primary storage is temporary, right? So just see here, simple logic. After performing the calculation, the result will send to the primary storage. Now here, if we want to save the permanently the result, when we'll save, then it will move to the secondary storage, or else it will directly again it will send to the output unit. So whatever result we got, that result will be in the form of 0 and 1 only, right? Now here this 1 0 0 something zeros and ones will not understand by the user. When the result comes to the output unit, so output unit will convert that result into human understandable language, nothing but, so what are the language will understand, so that result is converted by the output unit. After converting, it will display the result on the monitor or any output device we are using, right? So these are the operations performed by the computer. So right, so this is about diagram explanation. So first it will accept data and instruction from the user, right, by the input unit. After accepting, the input unit will convert data into computer readable language, that is 0 and 1. Next, that will move into the storage unit. So again storage unit is divided into two parts, secondary storage and primary storage. Next, here the instructions and data will move to the, first it will move to the primary storage. Here secondary is permanent and primary is temporary. So now from the primary storage, it will move into the CPU, that is central processing unit, right? Now again CPU is divided into two parts, that is ALU, arithmetic logical unit, and control unit. So here the instructions will move into the arithmetic and logical unit, and here it will check which operation is asked, arithmetic operation or logical operation. So based on the input, so here we have given arithmetical operation, so it will perform this arithmetical operation, and the final result again is sent to the storage unit. So here if we save the result, that result will go and store in the storage, secondary storage, and it comes into the output unit. In the same way, if you don't want to save, then again it comes from primary storage to output unit. So when it comes to the output unit, so what output unit will do, so it will receive the output in the form of zeros and 1, but they are not understood by us, nothing but users. Again this output unit will convert this computer language into human readable language. After converting, it will send to the output unit. So like monitor, so like monitor, next printer or projector, printer or projector, any output device. So like this, computer will execute data and instructions. So see here, you may get doubt. I said the data and instructions will move to the primary storage. So we may get doubt why it is to the primary storage, because here the primary storage will directly communicate with the CPU. Only the primary storage will communicate directly with the CPU, but secondary storage will communicate with the CPU. Secondary storage will communicate with the CPU with the help of primary storage. So if every time if it is happening like this, instructions to the secondary storage will communicate with primary storage, and primary storage communicating to the CPU, it takes very lot of time to execute data and instructions. So here that is why the input unit first it will send the instructions, data and instructions to the primary storage, because that is the reason primary storage will directly communicate to the CPU. And next, secondary storage, how it will communicate? It will communicate with the help of primary storage, right? So that is why they will send, and the result also will come first to the primary storage. If we save, it move to the secondary storage. If we don't save, again it move to the output unit, right? Remaining process is same. After receiving, it will receive the output in the form of binary language, and that is converted into human readable language, and it will display on the output devices which we are using. It may be monitor, it may be printer, or it may be projector, right? Next we'll see one by one unit in brief. So first we'll see about input unit. Now what is input unit? This unit contains some devices. So those devices are used to give input to the computer. It creates link between user and computer. So example input unit are keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. Next, so it accepts instructions and data from the user. Next, those instructions and data is converted into computer acceptable language, that is machine or binary language. Next, the converted instructions and data is sent to the computer for further processing. Next, after input unit, next we have storage unit. So what is storage unit? Storage unit is used to store the data. So the data is stored in the form of zeros and ones. Here zeros and ones are called binary digits. Next, the storage unit of computer will receive the instructions and data from input devices. After receiving, it will hold or store instructions and data. Right. Next, it will also store internal results for processing. So just now we have seen 2 plus 5 equal to, just we have seen some instructions executing. Example we have given like this, so 2 plus 5 minus 3, this we have given. So here I said internal results for processing means first at a time it will won't perform all these operations. First 2 plus 5, that is 7. This 7 is called here internal results. It will store. After that minus 3 is there. So finally we got 4. Like that it will also store final results after processing, that is before they are sent to an output devices. So before sending, the storage unit will store the internal results as well as final results also. Next, the storage unit is divided into two parts. See, the storage unit is divided into two parts: primary storage and secondary storage. First, we'll see primary storage. See, primary storage is also called as main memory. So example for this main memory or primary storage is RAM. You can see in mobiles we'll have RAM, right? So that is called here internal storage also you can say. Now what is it? It is a temporary or volatile, means the data will be lost when power supply is turned off. So primary storage is temporary or volatile, means the data will be lost when power supply is turned off. Next, it is used to hold executing or running program instructions temporarily, right? It is used to hold running, means executing programs instructions temporarily. Next, it is used to hold data internal results and results ongoing processing. So whatever internal results, so we have performed 2 plus 5 minus 3, so we'll get one internal result, that is 2 plus 5, we'll get 7. So that result, and after performing minus, again we have 7 minus 3 4. So both results are stored by this primary storage. Next, it is fast in operation but small in capacity, means like this capacity, when we purchase a mobile we'll see what is the RAM size, internal size, like 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB and 128 GB, like that. Very less capacity is available, but it will perform very fast operations. Next, very expensive, it is very expensive. Next, we'll see secondary storage, or it is called as external memory. Here, if you take mobile, see, internal memory is considered as primary memory, and when we insert some pen drives or when we insert some memory cards, those are considered as secondary storage or external memory. Here, why these names are came, because primary memory or main memory, it cannot be removable from the device, but external memory can be removable. So that is why this secondary storage is also considered as removable storage, because you can remove the memory card from the phone, you can remove the pen drive, right, whatever we have attached. But the secondary storage is permanent and non-volatile, means the data will not be lost when power supply is turned off. It stores permanently until we delete. Permanently means until we delete it. But primary, it is temporary. When power supply is turned off, it will go, data will removed from that memory. Or else when we close any program, even though when we close any program, in those case also the data will be lost. Next, it is used to hold stored program instructions temporarily, permanently. So secondary storage will hold programs instructions permanently, means here. So what do you mean by this point? Means, I'll explain. It is used to hold stored program instructions permanently, means here one example you can take. See, you have some 8 GB of internal storage in your mobile. You are going continuously installing applications like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. So like that you have installed a number of applications, so that internal memory is completed. Now if you have any memory card in your phone, even though if your internal memory is completed, but you can install the applications. So why? Because the memory is taken from secondary storage. That is why it is used to hold stored program instructions permanently, right? Next, it is used to hold data and instructions of stored jobs. It is slower in operation than primary storage, but available in large capacity. So it is slower, means it will not perform operations very fastly compared with primary storage, but it is available in large size, like 128 GB, 1 TB, 2 TB and 4 TB, like that it will available. Next, less expensive than primary storage. So this is very less expensive than primary storage. Next, coming to central processing unit. So after storage unit, this is central processing unit. It is treated as brain of a computer. It is used to perform data operations and to control all the components of computer. So it will perform what it will do. It is considered as brain of a computer. So what CPU will do? It will perform data operations and control all the components of computer. It is divided into two units, that is arithmetic and logical unit, control unit. Now here you have one point. It is used to perform data and operations. So data and operations, so it is used to perform data operations, means all the data operations are performed in arithmetic and logical unit, and control unit will control all the components of computer. Now we'll see what is arithmetic and logical unit and what is control unit. So coming to arithmetic and logical unit. So the actual execution of data and instructions is done in this unit. So in the starting, user will give data and instructions. So those are executed in this unit only. Arithmetic and logical, all the data instructions which are given by the users, they are executed in this unit only. So this unit is again divided into two sessions, that is arithmetic and logic sections, arithmetic sections and logic section. Now here arithmetic section means what? It performs addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So while explaining the diagram, have given 2 plus 5 minus 3. Plus and minus belongs to what? Addition and subtraction. So that's why that data and instructions are executed in arithmetic section. So when I ask to comparison like this, to compare greater than, less than, equal to, so they used to execute in logical section. So comparisons like greater than, so 2 greater than 3 if I given, so that is comparison, which is greater I have asked, so that comes into the logical section. So arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division are performed in arithmetic section, and comparisons, selections are performed in logic section. So this is about arithmetic and logic unit. Next, control unit. See, this control unit is used to control, manage and coordinate all the operations and components of a computer. So this control unit, what it will do? It will control, manage and coordinate all the operations. So whatever the operations you are performing in the computer, it is controlled by the control unit. And also components like keyboard, monitor, printer, scanner, pen drives, what we have connected to the computer, all components are also controlled by control unit. So this will play a key role in the computer. Next, output unit. So this output unit contains some devices. Those devices are used to display result or output. It creates link between computer and user. But input unit creates link between user and computer. Output unit will create link between computer and user. So example, monitor, printer, projector, etc. Next, it receives the result generated by the computer. See, first what is output unit we have seen. Next, what it will do, it receives the result generated by the computer. After processing CPU, it will send to the storage unit. Then storage unit will send the result to the output unit. It will receive the result generated by the computer. Next, it will convert the result into human readable form. So it will receive the result in binary language, and it will again converts into human readable form. After converting, it will send or display the result in output devices. So what are the output devices we are using? It may be a monitor, it may be projector, or it may be a printer. After converting, it will send the result to the output devices. Thank you.